Season 3, Episode 6, Chapter 22 of The Mandalorian, titled Guns for Hire, is pretty simple and straightforward, and it runs for 46 minutes long. Din Djarin and Bo-Katan Kryze go to Placer, and where they meet with the captain and Duchess. And it's kind of the Duchess's homeworld in a dome, and kind of they're there because of battle droids are malfunctioning. I have to figure out why and what's going on. And the Duchess is played by Lizzo, and her husband, the captain, is played by Jack Black. Yes, I said that correctly, and you heard that correctly. I didn't expect it at all. I was very shocked, but somehow it worked in an odd sort of way. But it just felt like an over-the-top episode. So Din Djarin, Bo-Katan Kryze go on a hunt to look for what's happening and what's going on. Then they stumble on Commissioner Hellgate, who kind of runs the droids in a way through certain cameras and things, and we find out he's the one behind everything. And now here's the fun part. Commissioner Hellgate is played by Christopher Lloyd. So Christopher Lloyd is in this episode. And we find out that he did so because of he wanted certain things about what was going on, and then being a separatist and everything. And Count Dooku is mentioned in this. And it's just an interesting, straightforward episode. Pretty simple. The action is there. It's fun. The episode was directed by Bryce Dallas Howard. And then in the beginning of this episode, we find that the kind of mercenaries, the Mandalorian mercenaries, Axiom Voss is kind of doing his own thing with the other Mandalores. She fights him in the end in order to take control of the Mandalorians. Now, also, the only way she can become a leader is by holding the dark saber. Din Djarin gives up the dark saber to her by saying she defeated the enemy that defeated me. So, rightfully so, we're seeing a shift in the story of The Mandalorian. Din Djarin is not the one that's being focused on anymore. It's Bo-Katan. And it's working in a way, in an odd sense in a way, while even though certain aspects of this episode were interesting and different, seeing Jack Black and Lizzo and Christopher Lloyd in this, it was rumored for a while that Christopher Lloyd was going to be in Season 3, but the role was not mentioned. And then we found out who he is, and him playing a villain, very, very interesting. He hasn't been a villain in a very long time. Jack Black is over the top and fun for his cameo, and Lizzo really has a big part in this, in a sense where she's just the loving Duchess, and then she knights Grogu. She gives Din Djarin and Bo-Katan the keys to Placer, and it's just a fun setting, and it's just everything's so bright and fulfilling. And the way Commissioner Hellgate did certain things was that he used kind of a liquid form where the droids drink things and it goes into their, function and kind of takes over with nanotech or something. We kind of figure out that. So it was really straightforward, but a simple episode. Like I keep saying, it was 46 minutes long. It was fun. And I was really surprised at how good this episode was. I'm very curious to see how everything plays out now, because there's 2 episodes left of this season as of this episode 6 review. Each season has been 8 episodes, and it's going to be interesting to see how things play out. Bryce Dallas Howard always directs amazing Mandalorian episodes, and this goes to show she did that just by getting 3 big cameo names in this. Like, wow. I'm curious to see if we're going to see those characters again in later episodes or a future season, but you never know. And even the Ugnaughts appeared in this. We haven't seen an Ugnaught since season 1 of The Mandalorian, and it was fun. It was great. I'm curious. I'm speechless how interesting this episode was, because I did not expect it at all. And the main focus was battle droids, the malfunctions, and nanotech, and why everything happened, for what reason, being a separatist, and then focusing on Bo-Katan. And like the entire episode, she didn't have her helmet on. Din Djarin did have his helmet on. And it wasn't a Grogu heavy based episode either, so I'm hoping that picks up also. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Season 3, Episode 6, Chapter 22 of The Mandalorian, titled Guns for Hire. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about Jack Black, Lizzo, and Christopher Lloyd being in this episode? Did you expect that to happen? And how do you see this episode pushing the story forward? What do you see happening at the end of this season? Do you think we will see Moff Gideon? And how do you think this season will end? And do you think that the shift in story has changed already to Bo-Katan? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked. And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new videos on my channel. I'll see you all in the next review video. And be sure you tune in next week for my Season 3, Episode 7, Chapter 23 review of The Mandalorian.